Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Wait, if that had crit, they would have. They could have. Wait, what? Wait, what's their last Pokemon?
What's going on, everyone? I probably have a funny thumbnail up, so you probably already know what the video is about. So I entered VGC Pace Random Teams VGC Tournament, where I ended up making the top 16 out of 200 players in my very first Pokemon tournament, and I ended up going 4-2, with one of my losses being against the world champion WolfeyVGC. I actually entered the tournament when I saw that he did, with hopes of playing him, and I actually ran into him during flights, which basically you couldn't lose more than 2 games, and you make the top cut. We had some good battles, and here I'll be providing my side and my thought process on my games against the world champion. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. All right, so start things off, I had Abomasnow, Akaberry for less fire damage, Snow Warning, Blizzard, Earth Power, Aurora Veil, Protect. Pretty good HP, logo bulk, special attack. But there was no like Satian or anything to make use of the Snow Warning. It really just buffed up my defense, so I don't know. I didn't really see much use in it. Kilowattrel, Focus Sash, Tailwind. So that was my Tailwind setter, and it's not any Murkrow, so it didn't really help me out at all. And the problem with facing Wolf is that he had a really good Trick Room setter with Indeedee and ways to get the Trick Room off. Like it was with my team, it was very hard to stop him from setting up Trick Room, which you're gonna see. Banded Garchomp with Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Stomping Tantrum, Rock Slide, basic like EV spread. Team, I had Goldango. So this one was Substitute, Protect, Shadow Ball, Make It Rain. Very slow, so if he had a Goldango on his team that could outspeed me, it was kind of tough. Life Orb, give it a little extra oomph. Specs Rotom, Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt Discharge, Terra Blast. This discharge, if you were watching his stream or you seen any of his stuff, this is what the what he was laughing about. But I'll show it off too. Pretty okay. Now that I'm looking at it, I didn't see the EVs beforehand, but I can see why I wasn't doing crazy damage. It's pretty slow as well. My team, like, it wasn't fast and it wasn't slow enough to compete with Trick Room, so it was just tough for the speed control. Yeah, I mean, my last Pokemon was Arcanine, Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Snarl, Protect. The Terra type was Grass, so the Terra type didn't really help me, like, double Grass with the Rotom, Arcanine. Flying Goldango was pretty cool to pair with Earthquake, Garchomp. And yeah, so that's my team. Let me see if I can find Wolfey's team. Oh, this is his team right here. Okay. So yeah, that Indeedee really was tough to get through. I didn't have a fake out user, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to get it through Psychic Surge. What made it tough was his Annihilate with Final Gambit. If you watched his stream, he made it out to be like his team wasn't better than wasn't better than mine, and that I had a huge advantage. And when in the end of his stream, he talked about it like, oh, like my Garchomp really he was really scared of my Garchomp because I could just Earthquake everything, and I had a Levitate Rotom and Kilowattrel. But what ended up happening was I ended up leading Garchomp, and then he just Final Gambited, and then he was able to get the Trick Room off. So it was a tough for me all around. I think his Annihilate was Scarf, but let me see. So he had Armarouge. I had a team where I was down just my 2 Mons against my opponent's 4 Mons, and basically Armarouge beat all 4 of them. So it was a really good Pokemon. So yeah, Trick Room, Expanding Force, Heat Wave, Terra Blast, pretty good. Goldango. His Goldango was actually slower than me, which was a difference when it comes to the Trick Room. So that's what I'm saying. It was a little tough. Baxcalibur was a beast for him. Let me see if I can get it. Baxcalibur. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, see, so Scarf, Annihilate. So basically what he did was Final Gambit, my Garchomp. That's kind of like what he was doing. The Mudstale is kind of useless. I mean, I had Rotom. I had things to beat it. And I had the Abomasnow. I think I ended up bringing the Abomasnow thinking that he might bring the Mudslate. I was trying to make sure I had that covered, because other than that, and having Specs having Specs Rotom made it tough because I couldn't just click one or the other. Because if I Thunder, then he has the Excalibur, the Garchomp, the Mudsdale. It's basically not effective. And then if I Water, he has still Excalibur. I think he had Dragon. What was his? Let me see what his typing was for. Goldango. Ghost Fairy. Yeah, it was just tough. That's why I don't really like banded choice Pokemon. It's just, especially in VGC, it makes it tough for you. Okay, here we go. All right. So this is the first game, and if you've seen like anything, this is the legendary game he was talking about, Hall of Fame game. So I knew the combo was Armarouge and Indeedee. That was a tough combo for me to beat. I didn't have slow Pokemon, and my Tailwind setter, it was all right. I think I tried getting it off, but didn't really work out. So let me see if I can get the game going. I'm picking my team. Rotom was really good because Rotom beats Armarouge. It can beat Mudsdale if he brings it. It's Specs, so it probably could do good damage on the Indeedee. It's just a scary Pokemon in general, and it has decent bulk. So Annihilate, Indeedee, Rotom Wash, and Garchomp. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I went Rotom's pretty strong, and then Garchomp to combo because I had like the Levitate. This is literally what I was talking about. So I led Garchomp thinking, okay, I can do enough damage to the Indeedee. I can do decent damage to most of his Pokemon because he has nothing to avoid Earthquake, and I had a couple of things that could avoid it. So this is what ends up happening. I got the discharge just because it hit everything, and I was immune. So that's what I'm saying. He final gambited me, basically got rid of my Garchomp, and this is what helped me win this first game. He got parried, couldn't get the Trick Room out. So you're gonna see in the other two games where he did get the Trick Room out, I really struggled because my Pokemon weren't slow enough to go first. But it was crazy that I got the para, and I got the paralyzed the effect after, so he couldn't get the Trick Room off. Basically negated what he was trying to do, and this is where my VGC knowledge doesn't come into play because I don't play VGC. This is my first VGC event, like I said. And you're going to see how I kind of choked and almost lost this first game. So I'm trying to decide whether I want to go Kilowattrel and Goldango, and I was like, I don't want to have two electric types out if Mudslate comes in or Excalibur. So he ends up going Armarouge, and I was like, okay, cool, not too bad. I'm choice, so I have to go Discharge again, and I didn't know what the Armarouge... Terra is like this crazy thing because I didn't know if Armarouge was going to turn into like fire type. So I ended up just protecting, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Protecting my Goldango just to see if he gets a Terra off, and then it helps me decide what I want to do next. If I want to use my Terra, and because it's flying Goldango, so I could get rid of my fire weakness. Or if I should save it, maybe for the... I don't know. I just want to protect just to get some information. The Armarouge set. So I protected, got the discharge off, Indeedee goes down, got the paralyzed, and it was still paralyzed again. So I got blessed this game. I saw someone in the chat say like I was like the gods told me I needed to win this game. Like it was set in stone already. So his last Pokemon was Excalibur. So this is all right. This is where my VGC knowledge comes into play because I didn't know discharge hit my Pokemon too. So, knowing that, I might have switched it out. Knowing that now, in hindsight, I should have switched into Kilowattrel. But, yeah, so see what happens next. But I didn't know, and I ended up almost throwing the game because of it. So I ended up discharging, getting the paralyzed on the Excalibur, knocking out the Armarouge. And then I noticed that I actually took damage from it. I lived the Glaive Rush, which is fine. And then so this is like my thinking. I'm like, okay, well, it didn't kill me. I'm pretty sure I'm faster than the Excalibur. Oh, I am faster because of the para. So I go for another discharge, end up paralyzing my own Goldango, and then I get the hacks on it too. He gets the hacks on it too. So we're just like trading hacks. And I think he's dying, like he's cracking up in his, because he basically got paralyzed I think 4 times already. So I go for another discharge. I just kill my own. and just to get Kilowattrel in. He Icicle Spears. He actually gets the Icicle Spear off and knocks out my Rotom. And right here, I'm like, oh man, I think I choked. Like I think I choked because I'm weak to his Ice type. So I'm like, man, I really threw this game. Like I'm on stream. I'm kind of embarrassed, but I was like, all right, you know what? He's para. I've been getting a lot of hacks. Let's just keep going. So I ended up terastallizing Kilowattrel to get the extra damage on the Air Slash, and then hoping for I could flinch or I can get the para. He gets the Ice Shot off, and I'm like, oh my god. I had the Focus Sash anyway, so it didn't really matter. But then I got the Air Slash off. So now I'm like, oh my god, please para, please para. And he got the para. Let's go. Got the Air Slash, didn't miss. So I took a game off Wolfey. It was really funny, and I got lucky that game. I played it. You know, I showed my inexperience in VGC battles, but ended up with the win. Like I said, if I had just switched out the Goldango, it would have been an easier game to win. So, I mean, what can you do? I even said GG, weirdest game I ever won or played. Yeah. He ended up saying GG. So then we go into round 2, and I'm having this like same problem, the NDD Trick Room. I think I wanted to go with a different lead this time because I just didn't want to. Like Rotom was really good. Let me see. Okay, here we go. All right, yeah. So he has the same lead. I think he has the same idea, but I went Goldango to avoid the final Gambit. So I'm like, all right, I have Rotom, I have Goldango. I don't really understand how final Gambit works, because it basically just one-shots my Pokemon and then takes his out as well. So I don't know, it's whatever. Let me see here. I don't know. I don't think I went for Discharge again after seeing what happened in the last game. Yeah, so see, I Hydro Pump. So my thought process was, all right, if I Hydro Pump, he really only has the best Excalibur that it's not going to hurt. It specs Rotom. So I'm like, it's really going to hit everything he has really hard. So I'm like, all right, to try to get rid of the Indeedee, I'm going to Hydro Pump it. I'm pretty sure I tried doubling it. So I ended up Hydro Pumping the Indeedee, and I protected. I forget why I protected. I don't know why I did. Let me see what ended up happening. Final Gambit in my Rotom. I think I was trying to maybe avoid the Shadow Ball. Or not the Shadow Ball, the Shadow Claw. Like if he had done it. Man, how could I play that differently? That final game is tough. Like what else could I use on it? Maybe I could go Arcanine instead and lower the attack. I think he was scared of the Arcanine too, but my thought was if I bring Arcanine, he only has like Will-O-Wisp, Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz, and I think Protect. And I'm like, he really doesn't beat anything on his team. Like, yeah, he has the Goldango, but he could just Terra. The Excalibur is gonna get a boost off of any of my fire attacks. He can't get burned. I can't kill Indeedee with it, and then plus he has the Psychic Terrain, so I can't use Extreme Speed. So that was like my thought on it. He had other thoughts on it, and he's the world champ, so maybe I should have brought it. Maybe it made more sense to do it. But to me, like in my thought process, like knowing what I know right now, it just didn't make sense to bring it. But I think he was worried about the Arcanine and the Garchomp. So I'm in a tough spot. He has the Trick Room up, so I bring up Bomba Snow. My thought was, all right, well, he has the thing on, so let me try to get an Aurora Veil. I'm pretty slow. This is my slowest Pokemon, so I'm like, all right, well, maybe I can go first and get an Aurora Veil up. And then, I think I tried substituting, hoping that he, like, didn't try hitting my Goldango. Okay, I was just trying to see if it was Fairy. Make It Rain would have done good. So he did follow me. Yeah, it's fine. And then I got the Veil up. I did the Make It Rain. I was hoping that he would Terra, but he didn't. I got the crit on the Armor, which was good. So yeah, right there, like the Terra makes it hard because if he goes Fairy, then because I might Shadow Ball, and if I Shadow Ball, he gets one shot. But that's why I thought he might go Fairy, and if I hit the Make It Rain, it hits both of them, and I basically get a good read. But he didn't Terra, so it puts me in a tough spot. I got the Veil up, so it wasn't that bad. Yeah, he hit the Helping Hand, gets the Expanding Force, so I'll have to finish it off. And yeah, I'm in a tough spot. I had the Veil up. Garchomp wasn't really gonna do much. Right here, since he final gambited my but that's the thing. I wanted to get. He final gambited the Rotom. I wanted to get Armarouge out, and because that was the hard part. I had the Psychic Terrain up, the Trick Room. It was tough. But my Garchomp ends up knocking out both of them with the Earthquake, which was cool. But then he still has the Trick Room up. One more turn. I'm banded too. Like I don't like that set. Like I don't. That's why I don't like banded Pokemon because I'm stuck. Cause like, and plus it doesn't even matter because he had Ice Shard. I already used my Terra, and plus my Terra was Ground type, so it didn't even matter regardless. So yeah, Baxcalibur actually made it tough. Like I didn't really have anything to beat it. Like especially because it could just Terra. I didn't really have anything to beat the Baxcalibur. I kind of got that's what happened when you play these random teams. So he just Ice Sharded me, and that's how he took game 2. So I mean, I guess things could have been a little different. I guess Arcanine, I don't know. Arcanine makes it tough. I can't Will-O-Wisp. I can't do anything to it. Like even if I brought Arcanine, I don't know. Yeah, I'm like looking right now. I'm like, I don't know how I could have played differently because like he always has a Trick Room up, so I can never get Tailwind. But yeah, that's the game we play. Game 3 was a little different. Still the same thought process. I know he's gonna keep like that's his advantage. Just get the Trick Room up and then just go crazy. Okay, here was my thought process in this scenario in game 3. I was like, okay, he keeps Final Gambiting me. He can't hit Goldango with the Final Gambit, and I Focus Sash on the Kilowattrel. If I get, I don't know, I think I doubled into the Indeedee. Let me see. All right, I think here's what happened. I doubled into the Indeedee, but I couldn't beat it. Like, I couldn't beat it with its bulk and the Spadef boost it got. So here I was thinking, I'm like, go I get the Tailwind up, but I'm like, no, it doesn't matter if I get the Tailwind up because he's just gonna Trick Room it. So I was like, if I get an Air Slash flinch, it saves me because he doesn't get the Trick Room off. And then yeah, just make it rain just to hit both of them. I didn't think, like, I don't know, I just didn't think that the Annihilate would hit me. I thought he would Final Game at the Kilowattrel, but obviously, like, I should have known that he knew I was Focus Sash Kilowattrel, plus everybody runs it. But that was like my thought. I'm like, all right, Goldango should live. Like I should be able to knock out the Indeedee. If I calced it would have been a little different, but yeah, he Shadow Clawed my Goldango, which was tough. And then the Air Slash didn't do no damage. The Make It Rain didn't do enough. And then he gets the Trick Room up. I didn't get the flinch, so yeah, I'm still in the same tough spot. This Trick Room, you know, he does have the Annihilate out. So Scarf. I'm pretty sure I just knocked it out. Pretty sure I just Shadow Balled it. Or no, I didn't want to Shadow Ball it because of the Follow Me. And then yeah, I mean, I'm in a tough spot regardless. So I think I might have just Air Slashed something else. Let's see. Oh, I did Thunderbolt into Indeedee. So like it hit me really hard. And then the Make It Rain didn't even kill it. So honestly, so I didn't want to Shadow Ball because if he did Follow Me, then like it would have went right to him. He already had the Trick Room up, so like what did it matter? I think the Thunderbolt ends up knocking out the Indeedee, which is fine. He gets Baxcalibur out, and like I'm just in a tough spot. His Armor is gonna go first, and then the Baxcalibur just Ice Shards regardless. So yeah, I think that's what ends up happening. I think I tried I double protected just to kill a turn of Trick Room for my Pokemon in the back to try to win it for me, but you know, it's just not enough. He saw 3 turns, I have 2 more, and I gotta basically I probably could have went for a double protect again and try to win that way, but I don't know. What's the likelihood of that? I was trying to win. I needed the flinch on the Indeedee. I mean, what I could have did was maybe like do the no, yeah, probably what did I lead? Garchomp and Rotom? Yeah, Garchomp. I could have done the Garchomp Rotom lead, make a read. But it doesn't matter. If I make the read, if I go into Goldango on his Final Gambit, he still gets Trick Room off. Like there was no way. I can't think. If you think of a way I could have stopped Trick Room, let me know. Other than getting the para. Like maybe I could have gone for the para again. But what's the likelihood of me getting lucky that many times? Because I need to stop the Trick Room. Yeah, I ended up running out of time, but it didn't matter. His Pokemon are faster than me anyway. So then I had my last 2. I think I tried getting up an Aurora Veil, but yeah. So I'm trying to beat the Armor with Earth Power, and I had like a decent special attack. They live it, which is cool, but then he I just can't beat it anyways because he just Glaze Rushed me, and I didn't even kill the Armor, and it doesn't really matter. Like he still has Annihilate in the back. So I mean, it was tough, but it was fun playing Wolfey. Pretty cool guy. And then that first game was just like legendary. It was so funny. I got pretty lucky to get all those paras. At least I took the game off. And yeah, I ended up going. If you guys like, I don't know, you want to see the other games, I ended up going 4-3 in the bracket run. I went 4-2. So the only games I lost was Wolfey and this other person who was also undefeated until he faced Wolfey after my game. So I lost to the two people who are basically undefeated. And then so I made top 16, and I bounced round 1 to a really good player. Wolfey ended up winning this series. I think he has a live stream up on his channel, so if you want to check it out. And then his reaction, I'll probably put his reaction like in the intro. It'd be really funny. So yeah, if you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.